Since Slovenia declared independence in 1991, its governments have underscored the commitment in improving cooperation with neighbouring countries and to actively contribute to international efforts aimed at bringing stability to Southeast Europe. Resource limitations have nevertheless been a problem hindering the efficiency of the Slovenian diplomacy. In the 1990s, foreign relations, especially with Italy, Austria and Croatia, triggered internal political controversies. In the last 8 years, however, a wide consensus has been reached among the vast majority of Slovenian political parties to jointly work in the improvement of the country's diplomatic infrastructure and to avoid politicizing the foreign relations by turning them into an issue of internal political debates. Multilateral. Slovenia is engaged with 29 countries in bilateral military exchange, most actively with the United States, and in regional cooperative arrangements in Central and Southeast Europe. Slovenia participates in 5 major multinational regional peacekeeping bodies. Together with Hungary and Italy, Slovenia formed a multinational land force in April 1998 with regional peacekeeping ability. Further non-military cooperation within the trilateral includes the fields of transportation infrastructure, fighting money laundering and organized crime, WMD non-proliferation, border controls, and environmental protection. Slovenia is a member of Central European Nations Cooperation on Peacekeeping, together with Austria, Croatia, Czech Republic, Romania, Slovakia, and Switzerland. Within this organization, a combined infantry peacekeeping unit was formed March 1998. Slovenia has observer status, like the United States, in multinational peacekeeping force Southeast European, with other participants being Albania, Bulgaria, Greece, Italy, the Republic of Macedonia, Romania, and Turkey. Slovenia joined 13 other nations in forming the brigade-sized Standby High Readiness Brigade, headquartered in Copenhagen. From May to July 1997, Slovenia contributed to Operation Alba in Albania with a 25-person medical unit, which was well received and commended by the Italian commander. Thereafter, it continued to support efforts to restore stability in Albania by participating in the WEU's multinational advisory police element, helping to reconstitute and train Albanian police. The government has pledged to the Albanian government its continuing support. Since November 1997, Slovenia has participated in its first United Nations peacekeeping operation, contributing 27 troops to an Austrian UNFICYP contingent on Cyprus. Slovenia also has peacekeepers with the UN at NAVHA-OGL, Israel, on the Lebanese border. Meeting NATO Partnership for Peace (EAPC) goals. Slovenia's 10th Battalion for International Cooperation, established in 1996 as its primary out-of-country operation unit, will soon be upgraded to a NATO interoperable rapid reaction peacekeeping force. In November 1998, Slovenia hosted its first major multinational exercise, Cooperative Adventure Exchange, involving almost 6,000 troops from 19 NATO and PFP countries. Otherwise, it participates actively in PFP and EAPC. Slovenia is an active participant in Southeast European defense ministerial activities. It agreed to be lead country for several initiatives in 1999, including hosting an environmental security seminar. Contributions to Bosnian stability. Slovenia contributed to I4 and is very engaged in the SFOR effort, providing VIP support, helicopter and light transport aircraft missions and use of an airbase in southern Slovenia. Slovenia has provided a platoon of military police for the Italian-led multinational specialized unit in Sarajevo since January 1999. Slovenia's latest initiative is its International Trust Fund for Demining and Humanitarian Assistance in Bosnia and Herzegovina, which will finance up to $56 million in mine removal and victim rehabilitation services in the region. Relations with neighbors. Slovenia's bilateral relations with its neighbors are generally good and cooperative. However, a few unresolved disputes with Croatia remain. They are related mostly to the succession of the former Yugoslavia, including demarcation of the common border. In addition, unlike the other successor states of the former Yugoslavia, Slovenia did not normalize relations with the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia until after the passing from power of Slobodan Milosevic, although the Slovenes did open a representative office in Podgorica to work with Montenegrin President Milo Đukanovic's government. Succession issues, particularly concerning liabilities and assets of the former Yugoslavia, remain a key factor in Slovenia's relations in the region. On the whole, no conflicts mar relations with neighbors, which are on a sound footing. Numerous cooperative projects are either underway or envisioned, and bilateral and multilateral partnerships are deepening. Differences, many of which stem from Yugoslavia's time, have been handled responsibly and are being resolved. Austria. Relations between Austria and Slovenia are close. Austria was, next to Germany and the Holy See, the most firm supporter of Slovenia's independence. It firmly endorsed Slovenia's path into the European Union. Economic cooperation between the two countries is very important and has been expanding since the early 1990s. Regional cooperation, especially with the states of Carinthia and Styria, is well developed. As a concrete manifestation of the excellent state of regional relations, Slovenia, Austria, and Italy entered a joint bid to organize the 2006 and 2010 Winter Olympic Games. Croatia. Relations between Slovenia and Croatia have been friendly, but burdened with constant disputes, including several unresolved minor border disputes, namely, the division of former Yugoslav territorial waters, particularly in the Bay of Piran, the hamlets of Buzini, Mlini, Skodlini and Skral located to the south of River Dragonja in Istria, which were administered by Croatia from 1954, and which Slovenia claims as part of Cadastre municipality Sikavlija, the Svetogera in the Zumberok Mountains, with the Slovenian army occupying barracks that, according to the Croatian side, lay partially in the Croatian territory. The changing meanders of the river Mura, near Hotiza and Sveti Martin na Muri, where the situation in nature differs from the descriptions in official maps and documents. Other open issues are the implementation of the joint management of the KRSKO nuclear power plant, the financial compensation for the Croatian depositors who lost the savings in the liquidation of the Slovenian-based Yugoslav bank, Ljubljana Bank. Although, the most important disputed issue with Croatia is Slovenian and Italian opposition to the proclamation of the Croatian Ecological and Fisheries Protection Zone in the Adriatic Sea. In a series of high-level meetings since the latter half of 1998, Slovenia and Croatia have been engaged in settling bilateral differences, a process which accelerated after the death of Croatian President Franjo Tudman in 1999. Slovenia has supported Croatia's entry in the European Union, but has at times demanded that the opened bilateral questions be resolved before Croatia's accession to the Union. Hungary. Relations with Hungary are excellent. Unlike with some of Hungary's other neighbors, minority issues have not been a problem in Hungarian-Slovene relations. The Hungarian minority in Slovenia is granted a policy of positive discrimination under the Slovene constitution, and the legal status of Hungarian Slovenes is good. Within the multilateral cooperation initiative between Slovenia, Italy, Hungary and Croatia, cooperation exists in numerous fields, including military, transportation, combating money laundering and organized crime, non-proliferation, border crossings, and environmental issues. Italy. The bilateral relations between Italy and Slovenia have improved dramatically since 1994 and are now at a very good level. In the early 1990s, the issue regarding property restitution to the Austrian exiles was hindering the development of a good relationship between the two countries. By 1996, however, the issue had been set aside, with Italy renouncing any revision of the Treaty of Osimo, allowing a significant improvement in relations. Italy was a firm supporter of Slovene EU and NATO membership, helping Slovenia technically and legislatively master its bid for membership in European and transatlantic institutions. In 2001, the Italian Parliament finally approved the legislation resolving the last open issues regarding the Slovenian minority in Italy. The legislation, welcomed by both the representatives of the Slovenian minority in Friuli-Venezia Giulia and the Slovenian government, started to be implemented in 2007, removing the last pending issue between the two countries. Since then, Italo-Slovene relations can be characterized as excellent, although interestingly there do not appear to be any scheduled flights between the two countries, and the train service, which used to be frequent, has been limited to one train a day in each direction until December 2011, when it was discontinued, thus leaving no railway connection between the two countries. Europe. Rest of world.